Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video, recording as soon as this very early TWAB went live. This is another Liana TWAB, and we got a little bit of a preview about what's coming, something about like HTR, and then something about Vanguard rep, which I was a little surprised to see, so we will check it out here. I don't know, if this doesn't seem like it's going to be like a huge, weapons one, or orbs one, or crafting, or Void 3.0, or whatever, but guessing we're close enough where there will still be some interesting things in here. Alright, this week at Bungie we kind of kicked a lot of butt, took some names, made grass prettier, and unbanned some folks. Yeah, I heard that. Hey Guardian, come here often. You can't see it, but I'm totally doing a very alluring this is going to be a cat. Nope, it's not a cat. Very alluring eyebrow wiggle, but in XO. It's fantastic. Anyway, it's our weekly chance at a TWAB-tastic good time and maybe a few more hidden Easter eggs for those that likes finding them in previous blog posts. But alongside bad jokes and cute secret messages, we do have real game things to discuss. We've got some ritual reputation changes, an HDR setting revamp, an update on BattleEye, and absolutely nothing to do with Telesto. So without further ado, let's jump right into things. Ritual, Vanguard, and Crucible. Oh my. We have more than a few interesting changes on the horizon, including updates for ritual reputations, trials, and those oddly satisfying Nightfalls. Oh, interesting. Okay. When reviewing player feedback, it was clear a few tweaks were necessary, including the evolution of Vanguard ops, so we put on our big people pants and got to work. Here's where we are right now, from the dev team. Ritual reputations. Looking at the data for Season 15, Guardians were approaching the new Vanguard ranks differently than what our models initially assumed. According to our findings, players were running more Vanguard strikes than anticipated and were optimizing for the new activity streak at a lower rate as well. We used the data from Season of the Lost to adjust the model to be more accurate with actual behavior, and then retuned everything to bring the average gain more in line with Crucible. For Season 16, expect increased Vanguard reputation on completion, activity streak amounts, Nightfall multipliers, and Nightfall completion quality bonuses. Vanguard reputation gain should be approximately twice as fast for most players, with the ability to optimize even faster by playing higher difficulty Nightfalls and utilizing the activity streak more. Okay, so it's just doubling in speed. It doesn't sound like the actual rewards are changing. I feel like the Vanguard one wasn't that slow. I feel like the Gambit and Crucible ones are slower, but I guess we'll see if they address that. Similarly, Trials of Osiris was about 30% slower than anticipated while not having an accelerated gain when higher ranks are achieved. We also felt like we were not valuing winning rounds enough, especially players getting to 20 round wins and at 7 ticket wins. We have added a small amount of Trials reputation at match end for every round won in that match, which increases based on how many ticket wins a player has. Oh, I see. At the top end, each round one awards 21 reputation, up to 105 extra reputation a match. This ideally speeds up Trials reputation gain by 50% or more for players who do not regularly reset their ticket in an attempt to go flawless. Okay, so this is more about grinding, so that's 50% faster if you're just sort of like grinding an any win ticket. That's interesting. Or a 7-win ticket. We were not able to give an accelerated reputation gain for higher ranks in the Witch Queen for technical reasons. Look for more news on that sometime later in the year. Also, here's a quick preview of a returning Trials reward for next season. There's another weapon in the pipe, but we'll leave that for you to discover when Trials returns to the Witch Queen. It's Summoner. I thought they meant returning from, Destiny 1. Yay, Summoner's coming back, I guess. Hopefully with new perks. I don't know. I remember that one, era that Summoner was really good for, 2 months, but yeah, curious to see some new perks on that. So what about things we aren't changing yet? Great. We are happy with the speed of Crucible reputation gain, though we may look at this again alongside Iron Banner vendor changes in the future. Gambit reputation gain was about 30% slower than desired, but with the Gambit revamp coming in the Witch Queen, we would like a full season to analyze playstyles and patterns before making any changes. More details on that coming in a future TWAB. Oh yeah, that's right, we hit you with that anticipation. Feel like there's not that many TWABs left for a whole lot of stuff to cover still. Gambit, weapons, Void, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Crafting, and there's how many TWABs left? 3? Maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. I think it's 3. We are also not making any changes to the activity streak system or the placement of the ritual weapon ornaments. People did not like that. You've heard your feedback on it and don't believe it is currently meeting our design goals. It is intended to feel like a nice bonus for dedicated players, but rarely feel critical. Right now, it can sometimes feel too punishing to leave a ritual playlist, but this is partially being driven by Gambit Vanguard reputations moving slower than intended, combined with the ritual ornaments being on the second reset. We want to see how the tweaks to Vanguard reputation changes playstyle and hourly gain before we make any changes across the board. The Gambit one is so slow. I mean, it sounds like they know it, but I thought the Crucible one was kind of slow too. But then again, I don't really like Crucible that much, so I'm very curious to see what these Gambit changes are going to be. And it sounds like they're not changing anything about rewards, which I wish the rewards were a little more interesting than just like a small handful of materials. I don't know, something like, what about the idea where you would get like at least a random drop or a masterworks set roll of like one of the playlist weapons, like the ritual weapons? I thought that was a good idea, and that is not happening. Okay, lastly, we know how annoying it is. Oh yeah, also the other idea was that the more of a streak you get, the more those drop rates increase, but that is not being talked about here. Lastly, we know how annoying it is not to remember which reputation bonus is active by Thursday, Friday. Starting in the Witch Queen, when double ranks or rewards are active, those activities will have a modifier on the launch screen to remind you. Big things really do come in small packages. Yeah, okay, that is good. That makes sense, but I wish there were more changes coming than that, than just like 50% gain in Vanguard strikes and then end ticket trials grinding increased. I don't know. I feel like it still needs more work than that, but I mean, like, it's better than the token system, I guess, because the token system was so bad, but I feel like it's still not really maximizing its potential. I think the trials one is more interesting, and like you can go for specific rules on things and like focus things that way, but I think the playlist ones are just very, very boring still, and I think they need some work. As we discussed in an earlier TWAB, the Season 13 Battlegrounds activities have been added to the Vanguard Strikes playlist, and this playlist has been renamed Vanguard Ops. I think this is a good idea. I really liked Battlegrounds. I feel like I was one of Battlegrounds' biggest cheerleaders, and everyone else is like, they're whatever. But I thought that was a good seasonal activity. I really like the enemy density in these, and Lord knows that we need more strikes, so if we can't have more strikes, we can at least throw these in there, and I am all for not vaulting content that doesn't need to be vaulted. So pretty much, it's interesting. Most of Season of the Chosen is staying. Like, we have these 4 Battlegrounds, and the strike is staying, so unfortunately, Presage is leaving, but that's a kind of significant amount of seasonal content staying, which is interesting. But these obviously are not like being focused for hammer charges and things anymore. Okay. Nightfall. Oh wait, is this a reveal? Is that duty bound? Oh my god. Is it? I'm so excited. Okay. And then this is the... what's that one called? With that scope? I remember... Alright, I don't remember, but people will tell me. Nightfall. We've been slowly iterating on the pressures and challenges we apply at each of the Nightfall difficulty ranks. One big outlier was the strike-specific modifiers with damage boosts and other effects that enhance boss attacks. While some of them were cool and fun, who doesn't like getting 5 miles by Cedia, sorry. No, those are not cool and fun. I hate that. They were generally inconsistent and were pushing tactical play more than the intended build crafting. So we have removed these from Nightfall starting at Hero. Oh, interesting. Okay. We've also added a new style of burn called Acute, which will increase player damage taken from a specific element by 50% and increase player damage done by 25%. Most Nightfalls already had a 25% damage received modifier, so this will be an across-the-board increase of 25% in both directions for that element. Boy, do I see that being painful in certain situations. 50% increase in elemental damage? Ooh. I mean, I get that you're supposed to, like, spec against that, but, like, I don't know. I feel like that's going to cause some issues, potentially, and have us rely on freaking, what's it called? Protective Light even more. Secondly, we're removing the seasonal strike modifiers that we introduced in Season 15 from the Vanguard playlist to Nightfalls. These are unique buffs and boosts that aid you. Oh, okay, so we're getting more bonuses. That aid you if you lean into the combat themes of the season. For Season 16... they are themed to glaive and void usage. These rotate weekly and appear on all Hero, Legend, and Master Nightfalls. We look forward to your feedback on these as we continue to iterate. And here's a quick preview of some sweet loot that you'll be able to earn from Nightfalls next season. Look familiar. Okay, so this is definitely duty bound, right? And then this is... was this one of the other unique snipers? I can't remember what this is, but... I am very excited about duty bound. That was one of my favorite autos in the game by far. So I'm very curious to... get an adept version of that, hopefully. I'm excited. And so let's see. Was Duty Bound a D1 weapon? I don't remember. We also have been iterating on how we communicate the shields present in a strike match game is on. Like the Legend and Master Lost Sectors, all Nightfall activities now have a modifier that lists the shields used. That's good. Lost Sectors. So when we introduced Legend and Master Lost Sectors in Beyond Light, we were forced to split the daily Legend and Master Lost Sector locations since there was no way to select difficulty within the public bubble. Thanks to some fresh technology built for the upcoming Witch Queen campaign, this limitation is now removed. There's now a single daily Lost Sector, which has both Legend and Master difficulties available at the same time, selectable at the entrance. Both difficulties get the same exotic rewards. That's good. That's a good bit of streamlining. I appreciate that. Well, we don't have any specific changes to talk about with the Crucible or Iron Banner in this TWAB. We would like to address the longer respawn times we implemented in the 30th anniversary patch and then removed a few days ago. How about we start talking about the maps that are supposed to be coming here? Okay. Do I care about this? I don't know. They made changes to make respawn timers longer, and then they removed them because they didn't like what it was doing, and most people didn't really seem to like it. So, alright, I'm going to skip that. HDR needs love too. Destiny is a beautiful game. We want our players to enjoy the majesty in all its glory. Our resident magical space wizards, aka the Destiny devs, have cooked up some amazing new solutions to take the adventure we love and make it even more stunning thanks to some new updates to our HDR implementation. Here's what you need to know about the changes launching next month. Windows 10 and above, windowed HDR is now supported. Technical, sounds good. Windowed full screens should provide the same or better performance compared to exclusive full screen. Screenshots are now supported when playing in HDR and PC. Oh, is that why they weren't screenshotting? Okay, that makes sense. Screenshots must be taken using the in-game screenshot feature. What in-game screenshot feature? Is that a thing? Do they just mean like the default, like where it saves to that one folder when you hit print screen? Is that the in-game screenshot feature? Okay. Display calibration improvements on all platforms, and now there's a new setting adjustment thing. Looking for Easter eggs in here. No, can't see any. All right, let's skip down to this. Display calibration settings are now stored per platform. Oh, that's good. SDR brightness settings no longer affect the game when playing in HDR. Xbox players going through new account boot flow will not be incorrectly shown SDR calibration. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, we'll see what difference that makes, but I've had a lot of trouble with HDR and Halo Infinite for some reason. Like, that's just on Xbox, but like I have had so many problems with that being washed out. But that is not even where I play Destiny, so it doesn't matter. When you talk about Bruno, we are welcoming a new community manager for Southern Europe and Latin America. Very cool. They are hiring a lot of community people. Okay, so this is Bruno. Follow Bruno. Bruno always follows me. Bruno, I'll follow you. Okay, follow Bruno. Banhammer. Okay, so this is about cheating and anti-cheat. I know some people probably care about this more than me, but I will read it anyway. We've been experimenting with anti-cheat measures through the years, and more tinkering is on the way. Because this is all super complicated and very precise, we have our incredible security team here to lay out what's been going on with some player bans and what's next on the docket for BattleEye. Team, regular reviews of our processes, technology solutions, and community feedback are key elements to Bungie's approach for security for its games. Today we are taking another step in our ongoing security journey at Bungie. With the launch of Season 15, the Bungie Product Security Organization began utilizing the BattleEye Security Suite. We are pleased to say that the security system has provided us with a monumental leap forward in our ability to monitor attacks that threaten Destiny operations and the player experience. It effectively prevents many actions from those who attempt to harm Bungie's goal of building a community around our games that we can all be proud of. Its success protecting Destiny 2 has allowed us to safely review technologies and practices that were previously deemed too risky to the product and our players. In December 2021, we began a study of risky behaviors that we felt were mitigated by BattleEye. Based on the review, we've identified 68 players that were banned in association with the use of process hackers since August 2021. Yeah, this is the one I saw on Twitter where the guy who works on DIM? Ishtar Commander? One of the things. Light.gg, one of those. He got banned because of this. But it got reinstated. Of those, 61 players were identified as having no other indicators they were attempting to attack Destiny 2. These players were unbanned as of January 24th. Like, so 2 months. Scary. We expect this will not be the last time we unban players who were previously banned for security concerns. However, our efforts to review and improve our product security practices and methods mean the unbans will be the result of disciplined investigation and our ever-evolving understanding of the risk to Bungie, Destiny 1 and 2, and ultimately to our players. This process will take time, and we thank you for your patience as we work to improve our games and your experience with them. Signed, Bungie Security. Okay. This is like known issues and things. Apparently there are no known issues. I guess there's a list. And then movie of the week. I saw this. I almost wrote this up. Sorry, person, but I got some news story happened, and I didn't write this instead. But I may still feature this. This was actually really cool. I suggest you watch this video. Bonus video. Say 14 and Osiris. They are not going to kill Osiris. I swear to God, people keep saying Osiris is already dead. Osiris is not dead. Everyone needs to chill. I saw this getting passed around. This is very good. Have not seen this one, but I love the look on Crow's face. Amazing. And someone proposing to Elsie Bray. Oh, the Fish Ghost. This is the first time Bungie is acknowledging the Fish Ghost by proxy in a very long time. Okay. We're less than a month away from the launch of the Witch Queen and showing Miss Savathun who is boss. The excitement is real, and the team can't wait to hear your thoughts on what's coming in hot. For those that may need a little refresher, feel free to mosey on over to our product page centered around the next expansion to make sure you're all caught up and ready to rock. Buckle up, kids. We're going on an adventure. Stay tuned. In the meantime, stay fresh and be kind. See you there. I should go. She always has to get a Mass Effect reference in. Okay, so not like crazy blockbuster. The Nightfall changes are probably the biggest, I would say. I am very curious to see how 50% increased elemental damage feels on Grandmaster. And it just, yeah, I don't know. Very excited about Duty Bound and whatever this one's called coming back. Mostly Duty Bound. Can I make this my thumbnail? I feel like this is such a narrow image. I'm going to try and make this my thumbnail somehow. Maybe just the knife part. You'll have seen how this goes by the time this is airing. I'm a little disappointed that there aren't more reputation changes coming. I don't know. Just the Vanguard one being somewhat faster and Trials being faster for like super grinding 7-win cards. I don't know. I just want more from the system. I would love, dedicated drops for playlist weapons, or some way to like focus for those playlist weapons. And it's just like this kind of string of like, here's some upgrade modules, here's some cores, here's some prisms, and then it gets especially boring after like, the first 1 or 2 resets where you're just getting the ritual weapon. I also think it's just very boring to just put the ritual weapon each season just into that one slot that's like all the way through the first reset. I don't know. I kind of miss like doing things to get the ritual weapon other than just like playing 50 strikes or whatever it is. So I just think there's more potential here that they're not really realizing, and I was hoping just that we might see some more significant changes, but this does not appear to be the case. There's a ton of stuff they still have to go over. I think that like some of this stuff might just be separate articles entirely. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see them do like a non-TWAB just super feature on like Void 3.0 or crafting by themselves, because those seem like such huge topics that they might lay those out separately. But yeah, I think we have 3 weeks or so of TWABs left to kind of get to that stuff, but I am expecting bigger ones after this one here for pretty much till the launch of the Witch Queen. So anyway, that's the TWAB, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.